CAA. Okay, I believe this is the topic that is something different. So, CAA is Citizenship Amendment Bill. Okay, so Citizenship Amendment Act that is brought by Government of India, and it can be seen. People probably may see it as a kind of a vector or calculus that is for the pro-election, but it has a vast impact. Okay, so India, the country right now, it is not the country it was till some time back. It is decaying. Okay, so this step is kind of a commendable step from the government and historic step. And knowingly and unknowingly, probably it may be brought because of kind of electioneering. I don't know, but it would bring a kind of sharp change in Indian subcontinent. So whatever India we see, probably it is very small part of Indian subcontinent. Until some time back, it was with Bangladesh, Pakistan, Sri Lanka, Nepal, Bhutan probably, and Myanmar. So this big the country was till 50, 60 years, 70 years back. Now, when CA comes into the picture, okay, the scenario of the CA is kind of a little kind of different, the minority. So primarily it is targeted to the majority population that lives in India, that is, they follow a sect, a particular religion. So it is targeted to them if they are living in minority in countries like Bangladesh, Pakistan and Afghanistan, and if they have come to India till 2014 and they have stayed here for 5 years, then citizenship is granted to them. So, what changes it would bring in kind of a real scenario? So, the one thing is that it would bring kind of confidence in the people, not only the minority community. They are living in Bangladesh, Pakistan, or Afghan. Anyone can change the religion. It's not a very big thing. It's like changing your clothes. So religion changing is that much only. You can kind of, at least personally, I believe, if kind of you are in right path of your life, then you can change your religion. It's not a very big thing, and no one is going to say anything. So changing religion is very small thing. So, but anyway, so the first thing that would bring in all the community, okay, in Afghanistan, Pakistan, and Bangladesh, not only the minority, a confidence that they are not a kind of not part of Indian subcontinent. They are part of Indian subcontinent. And people, government in India, they ponder about, means they think about them. It's not only they think about advanced countries, and they think about them. Means, okay, you think bad or good for someone, but you think about them. Okay, so it is a kind of positive. So it's a kind. People are saying that people who are in majority religion in Bangladesh, Pakistan, Afghanistan, it's an upset for them that they cannot come to India or something. It's a completely a kind of a cherishable and enjoyment, and that is something that is a kind of they can celebrate. So that is the situation there. So now they are feeling kind of attached to a bigger country. So now slowly, I believe that this is the step that government of India has taken. That people who means not happily who lives, they are indigenous people in their own country. A minority who is living in Pakistan, he is a Pakistan. A minority who is living in Afghanistan, he is from Afghanistan. A minority who is living in Bangladesh or Myanmar or Bhutan or Nepal, whatever, he is from that country. He is not from India. But if someone leaves the country and come to India, that is the worst thing that anyone would see in his life. So the kind of, the people who are in majority in those countries, so knowingly, unknowingly, they are feeling attached. Means still 50, 60 years, they were also Indians, and now through some way they are feeling that. there's something change is happening. So what is if Indian government has done this much, at least for minority, then they can also take measures. If they consider Indian minorities as their religion, then they can take the step for Indian minority also. If they feel that Indian minority, if someone they should assist, then they should come to their country and they would give the citizenship. This way, at least the kind of motion, okay, like in semiconductor, we see like diode and those kind of thing where we kind of push impurity in the silicon, okay, I believe germanium or whatsoever, and we make it kind of okay, p doped or n doped, and when we apply voltage across each other in diode, then the holes or electrons they start moving from, they break the barrier or they cross the barrier in between, and they start moving here and there. So it is something like that. So if India and Pakistan or India or Bangladesh is there, and there is a junction in between border, and people are not able to cross the border, so this is something like if you apply voltage, then people will start moving. People should move. Till 70 years back, there was no different country. Means this is completely valid. This is not completely invalid. Okay, so if these countries who consider themselves as majority in some other religion, they should also come up with those kind of rules that minority community, so their majority, that is minority in India, so they can come to their country if and stay there for 5 years. They become citizens. So this would lead to kind of energy movement among these countries. Means how a country which is very far other side of the earth from India, like United States or Canada or then European country, how they can be better to India than these countries because they are neighbors. So neighbors would bring more happiness than people who are at so far. Means physically also it's not possible. So people, but there are other circumstances. People who are were living in some area in India, suddenly they are feeling they are living on boundary. Who want to live on boundary? Means if I say if I living in a home and then I can see all around and suddenly someone puts a boundary wall and I cannot see in one direction, two direction or three direction, and I start living in a corner. Who likes to live in? There are many parts in India. Suddenly they came in one boundary, like Punjab and Jammu Kashmir and Rajasthan, Gujarat, and here full West Bengal, full around the Bangladesh, and then Myanmar, means and then Tibet around. People started living on a boundary. Who want to live in the boundary? Unnecessarily created boundary. Means what it brings? Nothing. Okay, and as far as the religious boundary is concerned, people are different religion, so religion is nothing but changing the clothes only. So it's nothing, it's absolutely nothing. Means people can change their religion in 1 second. It is that much only. So if this kind of rule comes in, so Indian government has taken nice step, and the government which was ruling the country for 70 years, they bluffed people, unnecessarily creating boundary, and see the expenditure, how much this country is making, maintaining the first rank of army, second, third, fourth, and the BSF, and lakhs and crores of rupees just flowing in water, unnecessary. Means if two brothers are living and they make a boundary and they bring a security guard both sides to see each other, unnecessary they would flow thousands of rupees. That is completely not required. Okay, just to, everyone is fooling their citizens. Indian government is fooling their citizens. I am bringing you safety because I have put a border. Means you are flowing lot of water, people do not have job. More than 90% officially people in India, means youths in India, are unemployed, and situation is worse in countries like Pakistan, Afghanistan. Means it is known. You cannot talk about Myanmar and those situations. They were part of India till 70 years back. Now everyone, means full money is going in, which was 70 years, full money was spent in maintaining border security forces and this and that, making people false believe that you belong to this religion, you belong to that religion, and this is our culture, that is our culture, and those kind of things. Yes, unimaginable. How someone can vote? These looters, they looted the country. 70 years, they just looted the country. See the situation of the states which are on the border. See the situation of Assam and West Bengal, Bihar, means this is also on the border of a country. Uttar Pradesh. Yes, people are doing labor work going to other states or something like that. They become corner country, corner places. Means they had tijarat in the sense that they had a kind of commercial relationship with all around. Okay, people were stable from their mind. Suddenly they started living in a corner. Now they are going to some other part of the country unnecessarily. Means a person in Punjab cannot go to Punjab. A person living in Punjab cannot go to Punjab, but he can go to Andaman Nicobar. This is something that is laughable. A person living in Rajouri or in Jammu Kashmir, he cannot go to Kasi. Kasi means Kasi Kasgar, that is now in China. He cannot go to Kasi Kasgar. Okay, he cannot go to kind of Gilgit Baltistan. Okay, he cannot go to Muzaffarabad, but he can go to Mizoram. It's amazing. You cannot go 10 meter away from your house, but you can go 4,000 kilometers. What a drama people have done. Still, they are running for the votes that we have given this is independence. Is it independence? Means we have given independence to you against Britishers. Everything is English in India. All big school are in what is independent? No, no independence. India the main language is Sanskrit. I am talking in English. I should be talking in Sanskrit. That I would do. Okay, so means amazing. It's a kind of commendable step from the current government. Okay, no, knowingly, unknowingly, I don't know. Means people think about the election and those kind of, but it would start bringing changes. A person who is living in Srinagar should be able to go to Haji Langar or should be able to go to Kasi Kasgar. Okay, the way their ancestor used to go, or a person who is living in kind of Motihari or Purnia, he should be able to visit Lhasa. Okay, the way their ancestor used to go. Means what a nonsense this is. I don't trust this kind of nationalism, which brings boundaries. Okay, unnecessary boundaries. Okay, so this is something that we support, CAA, and I believe that should be more on it, and more should be steps should be taken care by these countries, Afghanistan, Pakistan, and Bangladesh, not for the majority community in India. Okay, they should also show their face to their citizens, but minority, the way India that did, they should do to their majority community, that is minority in India. They should start also. Okay, then slowly, probably the need for the visa and passport would go away at least for 1 year, 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. For business reason, if someone is visiting the country, other country, and it would increase the tijarat, it would increase the commercial business and those kind of things. And it is good for everyone around the globe. If two nations, either they are in Africa or Europe, and they are doing tijarat with each other and they are neighboring, it brings it kind of take away the burden on other country as far as business deal is concerned. Okay, means it's a smooth way of living life. So I believe it would grow. There are changes are coming nowadays. Malaysia now people in India, they can make a kind of visa without they would give kind of on arrival visa to the Indians. Sri Lanka visa free entry they have. I believe it is. They won't charge visa to the Indians. Okay, so things are changing. It should change rapidly and it should change more. Okay, what someone thinks that if someone visiting their country or a thief and They are bandits. So in 1000, in 10,000, one would be thief or bandit. For that much, you cannot see the condition of Sri Lanka. It crossed 300 rupees per dollar. Pakistan, 300 rupees per dollar. India is also more than 80 rupees per dollar. 1912, that is 100 years back, one, one rupee was $12. 100 years back, 1 rupee was $12 when India was bigger country. Okay, now 84 rupees is $1. So around 1000 times Indian strength went down because of a party who led the independence and then made people India independent. This is independence.